A video without a face cam hasn't happened in about a week. It's going to become the new normal where I have face cams in videos, and today I was going to use one, but it's currently 8 a.m. at the time that I'm recording this, and I got a lot of stuff to do today, so I'm probably just going to record just like a casual audio commentary. Anyway, it's Wild Wednesdays, and that means you guys can go to the Discord server linked in the description below, and you guys can ask me questions regarding Call of Duty, YouTube, or just anything in general. And today's question has a controversial opinion of mine on modern Call of Duty, and this question comes from TSB, and he asks, "Hey Wild, do you think that people say the golden era is the golden era because of nostalgia, and the more recent CODs are in fact better than the golden era CODs?" And you know what? If I'm going to be completely honest, the new Call of Duties are better than the old ones in very specific aspects. As always, I encourage you guys to comment in the comment section down below where we can discuss this topic and we can get some more broad perspective, because of course my perspective and my opinion is not the end all be all. Okay, let's talk logistics here before we go into the community and kind of the nostalgia aspect. The old Call of Duties were amazing because they had tons of content throughout their entire life cycles, where if we look at the new Call of Duties, Cold War and Modern Warfare, which are the most recent ones, they did not launch with a lot of new content. It was a lot of remade maps, and on top of that we only got 8 or 9 multiplayer maps, including the remade maps at the launch of these games. You could even argue that these games almost launch with less guns than some of the CODs like Modern Warfare 3. Look at Modern Warfare 3's arsenal. There has not been a single DLC gun in that game. All the machine pistols, the launchers, and every gun in that game was all at launch, whereas a lot of the time it is now with Call of Duty, a lot of the guns are added DLC wise, and it used to be we have to pay for those through supply drops, and we could earn them in game, but it's just more efficient to buy them and then you can get the weapons out of the supply drops. But now all the weapons seem to come in seasons passes, which is great because it's free, but a lot of those weapon contents are being launched later in the game. So where you look at a game like Modern Warfare 2019, look at all the weapons that that game has now, but if you compare Modern Warfare 2019 to an older Call of Duty like Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 have less guns than Modern Warfare 2019, but the thing is we had, what was it, like the 30 or 40 guns that were in Modern Warfare 2 and 3 from the start of the game. So the old games definitely launched with more content and more stuff to do, minus zombies and Black Ops 4, but that's just a whole completely new circumstance. But Call of Duty multiplayer wise used to launch with the most content in the olden days, and what it is now is we get around the same content, if not more, but the thing is we have to wait for the seasons. Like, we have to wait for every new season to release new content rather than it just launching with as much content as possible and then paying for DLC later along the line. But also, one thing that the new CODs do better than the old CODs is obviously graphic quality and just stability quality and movement and engine quality. That's just kind of a given. We know that the modern Call of Duties play so much better than the old ones. If you go to any old Call of Duty, whether that's like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, the movement is so clunky and I would say smooth as country peanut butter compared to what movement is in Call of Duty now, and that's to be expected. Engines get improved upon, there's changes that add fluidity to movement. The engine in Modern Warfare 2019 is the most advanced movement in an FPS game today, I would say, other than Battlefield. Battlefield, I would say, has the best movement out of any first-person shooter game, but I would say Call of Duty is the best state it's ever been in with the engine and how that works and stuff like that. So if you look at it on a non-biased and objective viewpoint, the new Call of Duties are better than the old ones, except for their launch issues with Modern Warfare and Cold War. But it seems like that issue isn't going to be a thing within Vanguard, so Vanguard is actually going to be so much better than Cold War and Modern Warfare for launch content, and that in turn means that Vanguard's going to launch with more content than any Call of Duty of all-time history, pretty much is what's going to happen with Vanguard, which means that objectively that Vanguard has more content than the older games on a better engine. Now, the thing is one thing that the new games have that the old games don't, or supposedly the old games did have them, but no one ever noticed or anything, is skill-based matchmaking. The old games did not have this, but the new games do, and I think skill-based matchmaking ties into the community and how the community reacts about new games, where the casual community will love the old games because of nostalgia. Nostalgia is a dangerous thing because you only tend to remember the best things about a game rather than the worst. My main example I go to every time I bring this up is Modern Warfare 2's one-man RB noob tubes. When everyone thinks of Modern Warfare 2, they think of the great maps like Favela, using amazing guns like the Intervention, the ACR, and the TAR-21, but no one ever thinks, hey, you know what's cool about Modern Warfare 2? One Man Army Noob Tube, where you could be on a really fun streak and almost dropping a tactical nuke, and then Noob Tube Neville comes around the corner and noob tubes you, restocks up, and then starts spawn trapping you with noob tubes. So I would say the new games are definitely even way more balanced than the old games for the most part, and when new games have issues, they get fixed faster than the old games. The One Man RB Noob Tube thing did not get fixed in Modern Warfare 2. Of course, that was for political reasons with Infinity Ward, but nostalgia only allows us to look back with rose-tinted glasses at what was good about the game. You're not likely whatsoever to think about the bad, but all games back then had issues with them. I think the way that the games were portrayed in the community, no one really cared about them. Everyone loved the games regardless of the issues in them because that was the community. Now, if you look at the community today, it's so much easier to tear something down than to build something up, and that's what the community is latching onto today. Everyone was so quick to tear down Call of Duty Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019, where I've defended both games and think that they get more hate than they deserve. Yes, there's things that are wrong with Modern Warfare and Cold War, but that doesn't mean that they deserve to be absolutely hated on because, oh, hey, look at this, we're gonna hate the game just because we can. And yeah, I think that the new Call of Duties are definitely way better than the old ones. However, the old games had a better community. And a lot of people have been asking my opinions because I've had some videos in the past where I've talked about we're going to get a new golden era of Call of Duty within the next couple of years. And this is just the start of the new golden era and we can't see it yet just because these games have big issues like skill-based matchmaking and things like that. But you guys can go back and watch all those videos. I'll try to find some of the major ones and link them in the description down below so you can get a more in-depth viewpoint on my perspective on this. But I think the new games definitely are better in quality than the old ones. Better engine, better graphics. I wouldn't say they have a better DLC model because the Seasons Passes is filled with like 99% of things that people won't use. The only thing I've ever used from Season Passes within the past few games is maybe the music packs for when I'm driving around in vehicles in Warzone or Cold War, and then of course the new DLC weapons. And even then, when the new DLC weapons drop, I'll get them DM Ultra or Damascus. For example, the Tech 9, I got DM Ultra, but I haven't used it since. Like, I've just got DM Ultra and probably won't use it for the rest of the game. Maybe I will use it here and there for a gameplay commentary video like this, but I'm not going to use it because I want to. So the new games also get more frequent updates and more DLC content. That DLC content isn't original. We look at Cold War and we see how many remastered and remade maps are being brought into the game. But overall, I would say that the new games objectively are in a better state than the old games. The only thing that brings down the new games and what blinds people from the fact that the new games are actually better than the golden era CODs is nostalgia blinds a lot of people, and it blinds myself too. There's moments where I think, oh my god, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 so much better than the dog shit we're getting today. But that's just nostalgia blinding me because those games did have their fair share of issue and the community was different then. The community now is more toxic than ever, and the community back then was more wholesome and then just, hey, let's play some games and have some fun, where now it's, hey, let's play some games and join the CDL ranks and go pro. Anyway, that's my controversial opinion on the modern era Call of Duties. I know there's going to be a lot of COD veterans that find this controversial, but for the new Call of Duty players who've been playing since Modern Warfare 2019 or like Black Ops 4, something like that, they're not going to understand the whole debate of the OG Call of Duties being better than the rest. But that goes for things that just aren't Call of Duty. Everyone tends to think that the OGs are the best just because that's what they grew up on in nostalgia, but that's just human nature and psychology. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys agree or disagree? Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. Use code WILD for 10% off all your gamer subs purchases. Join the Discord, and yeah, I'm about to head out if there is one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.